Hello in TV land. It is your boy, Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. At least I think I'm ready to get cracking. I feel like I've lost an hour. Now, based on all the clocks I'm looking at, or at least the clocks that are connected to the internet, uh, and exterior signals, it appears that we had the daylight savings thing, whatever, we fell back an hour. So you'd think I'd actually be doing a lot better then, because I get an extra hour sleep. Unfortunately, your boy Freelancer Joe binged anime series last night, The Seven Deadly Sins, season 3 of it. And yeah, let's just say there wasn't an extra hour of sleep for me. That was actually pretty good though, which is obviously why I binged it. So the first season, I saw promise. It was solid, but nothing that really blew my mind. And the second season, which was only like 6 episodes, it seemed like a really filler thing. I was like, it left a bad taste in my mouth. So season 3 had been sitting in my watch list now for 2 or 3 weeks, but I finally broke down and watched it, and yeah, it was pretty good. Never underestimate the effect that having your heroes consistently get stomped for the majority of the season has on your viewer. It makes it a little more engaging. Ooh, I hope that wasn't spoilers. Well, I think it's pretty obvious that the Seven Deadly Sins isn't one of the really dark Japanese anime series. Yeah, to most Western eyes, it's just cartoons. So how bad can it be? Trust me, it can be pretty bad. So yeah. While we are contemplating that, let's go ahead and minimize things and hopefully double check. Okay, it is. The mute light is not on, so I really hope it is recording. But it's recording, but I hope the mic is picking up my voice. Stopped everything in the background, so hopefully we shouldn't get the system interrupt that will cut the mic. I still don't think that's really the cause of why I get bamboozled by the audio recording. I don't know. So how y'all doing today? Doing good and fine? I hope that at least you all got to enjoy the extra hour of whatever. Sleep or whatever it is you chose to do at night. I hope it was sleep though. I figure if I didn't get any sleep, then maybe some other people, much luckier than me, got sleep. Yeah. I as normal, as is my custom, I did my training before I started recording this, with the real hope that it'll at least give me a temporary energy boost. But no, I mean it's raised the body temperature, but yeah. Pretty certain if I had the resolution back up on the camera, you would see bags under my eyes. Masculine bags, but bags nonetheless. Okay, let's do that. But it's a wonderful Sunday afternoon right now. Very fall-esque, fall-like. Yeah, the kind of day if I'd actually gone outside, I would come back in and enjoy the warmth of a nice heated apartment even better. But no, I haven't gone outside all weekend again. Pretty much the standard par for course for me. Okay, so what are we? Let me line this up here. Alright, so what are we doing? Well, according to my Drinks with Joe episode, we're supposed to move on to finding a React calendar library to use and figure out how to use it. because it would serve a dual purpose of it's something that my client will want in the future, and it's something that I could find use for. That said, that clearly would make too much sense and be too convenient. So that clearly means it cannot stand. We have something else to do. And I would not say necessarily on a lark, but somebody requested my YouTube link channel, and I don't know it off the top of my head because it has all that jibber jabber after youtube.com. So I figured I'd just go to my website and just click on the link, which should in theory bring up my site. But as you can see, nothing came up. And if we go to the log, we have an error. eProps on open window requested is not a function, and not a warning, an error. So despite all of my testing and clicking and whatever, I still miss stuff. So we obviously need to fix that as quick as possible because it is my website is supposed to be able to provide the branches out to all my other social media. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to switch to my website folder in my editor, which is not very difficult. I'm not sure why I feel like talking about it, since it's not something that really, well, oh, who knows? Who knows? Again, that lack of sleep has really whitened me. Alright, it's not hurting, but it's scattering my thoughts even more than normal. Of course, even on a day when I'm like this, I'm still pretty darn good. And talking about myself, apparently. Talking myself up. It's like a reflex. It's like breathing, you know? Alright. Freelancer. So now let's start up my local. And let's see if something happened in the build process. I don't think it is. I think when I was cleaning stuff up, I erased something I shouldn't have. How have your weekend's been? I hope you've been having a good weekend, solid weekend. At least you're all rested up, and if you're not, that you get plenty of rest tonight, so that you can start off the Monday with vim and vigor, verve, vim, vigor, verg, vibrancy. Lots of good energy words beginning with V. That's for myself. I mean, the fact that I finished my training early means I'll probably end up hitting the sack early too. Okay, so this is my site came up. That is good. My local site. Let's see if the link works here. Okay, so we're verifying that basically it was not something that happened in a transition from my local space when I made the distributable, and then when I uploaded the distributable. So that's good. It is likely the same error. Web developer, web console. Of course, on my local one, I have debug logging on, so that's fine. Okay. Alright, so that is the bottom bar. On open no window requested, right? That is the function we're calling, right? On open new window requested is not a function. Why does that sound so familiar? So I'm passing something in, but it is not a function. Okay, that's where it's defined. So it gets passed in via the view container, right? And the view container, when we pass in the bottom bar, snack bar. Am I in the right? Oh, snack bar. That's the confused me for a second there. Snack bar is for the success message on the contact form submission. All right. Okay. So view container is where we define. Hold on. Here we go. Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. Huh. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay. All right. That's a small thing. So as you can see, it worked on one of the other views. All right. All right. So, okay. So this is where I do the switch for the routes to the different views. And as you can see in the views for the route for About Me and Services, Portfolio, etc., I pass in on Open Window Requested this open window. And so that gets passed into, well, let's go ahead and open About Me. About Me and those other views, they bring in the bottom bar. Okay, sorry. They create a content paper and they pass into the content paper on Open New Window Requested, and in content paper, does content paper bring in the bottom bar? Let's scroll up. Cards, static, divider, yeah, render, paper. Yes, so content paper renders a paper, and in there's the bottom bar, and it passes in on Open New Window Requested. Ooh, all right. So what is my whole point? All right, well, if we look at view container for my splash view, the one you see when you first go to my site, I don't pass in on Open New Window Requested. I pass in on Transition Requested. Now, I wonder why. That doesn't seem like a mistake, actually. That tells me it probably has not worked, like, for a long time. So let's take a look at Splash View. Splash View has the bottom bar. It passes in on Open New Window Requested, right? And it has on Transition Requested. So it, yeah. I would have to dig in through Git to see if it ever actually worked. Honestly, it had to have worked at some point. Okay. So how do we fix it? Well, we just need to make sure that, well, one, we pass it in. See? And we still need to pass in this on transition requested because that's used for on the buttons when we navigate. See the button here on transition requested, and so that's actually go back to home. That's actually these other buttons like services. Yeah. Okay, so now in our view container we pass in on Open New Window Requested. Great, but now we need to make sure that the view itself can process it. So we'll add it into the validator. I think that's really actually all we need. I probably don't even need to do the validator. Clearly I don't because I'm not using it in content paper. You want to test it? Yeah, let's test if we even need that. I'm pretty certain we don't. I think we only need the validator for whatever reason for classes. I've tried it without the classes. Alright. Well, if it does work, we're still going to pass it in. So now we're at Splash. Let's see if we bring it up again. And now it works. Alright. Not too shabby. Okay. Alright, what we're going to do? Okay, right. So first, we were going to go ahead and add in that function in the validator. I haven't actually experimented before about using the validator. I'll go ahead and throw it in content paper just for consistency's sake, because your boy Freelancer Joe likes to be the consistent. So let's go ahead and save it all. And we'll have to do it one more time. Make sure it works. Let's see if, let's see what about the other links. Let's go with Twitter. Not that I've tweeted anything recently. Wow. Almost been a year since I tweeted anything. And let's go to clients. Make sure it works on some of the other views. Facebook. Yep. Alright. So all that still works. Alright. So now the next step, of course, is we have to rebuild the distributable and upload the distributable. Okay, so first we shall. Well, I'm very workmanlike today, aren't I? I'm definitely not having the vim and vigor, vim and verve, the qua, if you will. First thing is we drop that to warning. Ooh, I hope it's not going to rebuild. Yeah, it's a recompile. It does say a lot about me, though, that when I don't have the excess energy, I'm all business. Alright, so that built, compiled, alright, fine. Close that. And now we're going to build the distributable. npm run build. Probably should check it in Chrome too. What do you think? You think we should check it in Chrome too? Coconut. Oh, I'm a little concerned. I think that the supermarket might be running out their stock of LaCroix. They moved it from the normal section to not even in the soda section, an entirely different section. And they definitely had lost some flavors, and the shelves weren't very well stocked. I'm a little concerned about that. But on the plus side, everybody seems to be trying to get into the flavored water market now. I saw that even Coca-Cola has their own brand. I suppose the most important thing for me, of course, is that it's natural flavors. I mean, I guess I can be okay with artificial sweeteners as long as it's not too sweet. So I may have to experiment with that for a while. Well, there was something called Bubbly, B-U-B-B-L-Y, I think. I've tried that before. Not too bad. It's not LaCroix, but it's not too bad. I do hope one of the alternatives, if my supermarket is trimming down or not going to carry LaCroix anymore, hope the alternatives, they do have coconut. I do love me some coconut. Coconut LaCroix. Alright, so it is built. Alright, let's bring it up. Okay, projects UI. I double clicked. I know I double clicked. Freelancer, and before we even bring it up, let's go ahead and copy the style sheet over. I don't think I'll have to re-upload it, but I'm pretty certain I don't. Alright, and we shall now open this with... Still very odd. Oh, I did finally update my VirtualBox. Well, actually, I thought I updated it yesterday, and then when I brought it up again today, it asked for another one, so I don't... it's like I lost an hour and I lost an update. It's been a crazy day. Oh, yeah, speaking of LaCroix, today's flavor is mango. I haven't had a real mango in a long time either. Alright, so this is my local. It's looking good. Let's see if... Alright, so that comes up. And just for consistency's sake again, let's double check it in Chrome. I'm highly doubtful that it would behave differently, but you know, when you think everything's fine, everything's probably not fine. Obviously, I thought my link was working. Man, that is so pretty though. On a nice big screen is nice. Alright, so looks like we've got that working again. Finally. Alright, so now the next obvious step is to go ahead and upload this distributable, the updated distributable. Ooh, I feel like I'm in like My Fair Lady or something. About ready to bust out into a song. What was the last musical I watched? Oh, The Greatest Showman. That was last year. Not that I'm a fan of musicals. Alright, let's see. Well, I'm not an unfan, but I'm not an eager beaver fan. There are, generally speaking, many other things I would rather watch. Why did I watch The Greatest Showman? Well, I think because I had already watched Black Panther. This was in February, and The Greatest Showman was still running. And at the area where I was at, there was nothing else to watch. And as much as I would have liked watching Black Panther again, I was actually... This is when I was spending some time with my honey bunny. And, yeah, the theater there didn't have... go ahead and upload everything again. Probably only need to upload app bundle and vendor app. But, alright, one CSS app bundle app, index style vendor app. Oh yeah, I did get my monthly bill, and once again, only 51 cents. So that's pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and upload. So that's uploaded. Alright, so now here's the issue we're going to have again, because it's the content distribution thing. I don't know how quickly it's going to pick up the change. Well, alright, that's fine. That's actually fine, because the content distribution network, it routes to an actual S3 bucket, and we have a URL associated with the S3 bucket, and we know what the URL is, so we can just access the URL directly, and I always press that stupid button. Alright. So we bring up, this is the URL that it actually routes to when you go to freelancerjoe.com. Well, actually, no, it doesn't even do that. How does it do it? Because if it did actually... Alright, so here's my guess. It's probably completely wrong, but... so the whole point of the content distribution network is to optimize the distribution of web resources. So it has a bunch of servers, whatever, and an entire infrastructure. And it will it knows that Freelancer Joe is mapped to this bucket, so it pulls the contents of this bucket and does some advanced computer science hoodoo on it, and distributes these things across its various servers. And so whenever a request for Freelancer Joe goes in, it actually accesses those distributed resources. It doesn't actually go directly to the bucket. And it does so in a way that's supposed to be more efficient and cheaper. And it probably is, because again, I'm only getting billed 51 cents a month. So, alright. So we go now, let's see if directly through the bucket, if that works. Aww, no, oh. Let's do a refresh. It's probably caching it. Yep, there you go. Ooh, that would have been surprising. I'm not saying it would have been surprising if there was another problem, but okay. And so let's check to see if Freelancer Joe itself, if that was quick enough for it to get picked up. I mean, I'm not surprised if images take a while to get distributed across the content network, but let's see about. And let's refresh this just in case. I mean, the code files themselves aren't very big. They're only like a couple kilobytes. I say a couple of kilobytes, but for you youngins, back in the old days, like the 90s, was it the 90s? It might have been. Well, definitely at least by the 80s. 64 kilobytes was more than any person would ever need. Okay, yeah, so it's going to take a while for it to catch up. But at least we know that the hard link works, so we'll have to just wait until, let's wait 24 hours. We'll check tomorrow. And then we'll know for sure. But I'm feeling pretty positive. And so we're almost at the 30-minute mark, but before I forget, let's go ahead and commit. Clear. I have to commit myself. Yes. Nah. I'm sane. Obviously I'm sane. Everyone else is insane. Get commit dash what do we fix? Fix for splash view open window. Get pushed. I hope that was it. Okay. That's push. We shall double check. Still signed in. That's good. Freelancer. Ooh, 25 seconds ago. Okay. We're checked in. All right. Fortunately, quick fix, so that's good. I'm really hoping that, well, that's a hard one to say. You're kind of hoping that nobody noticed it, but that means if nobody noticed it, nobody who's gone to my site. So, but anyway, it's fixed, and we're all good. And that means starting tomorrow, we can really go for it. But we are just about at the 30-minute mark, so I am going to slow down my words to kind of draw time out even longer. And cool kid words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggestions in the comments suggestion box below where the video is. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of this Sunday afternoon, and that you'll join me tomorrow or next time or whenever it's convenient for you. And that until then, you take care and God bless.